saying their name over and over. It's like really annoying. And as far as I'm concerned, they don't get booty. They stay booty.
Who else they have over there?
Honestly, I don't know because like Shane and Daniel haven't selected the rest of the participants yet. In addition to the qualifying matches, he has them doing all types of tomfoolery, all types of crazy things. You know, written exams, oral exams, all types of tomfoolery.
So many shenanigans. So you have Breezango, Charles. You have the Usos, Jim, and the Vaudevillains. Who? Oh, the mustache guy. They still owe us a time machine.
They do.
But do you really think we're going to have to face one of those new teams from SmackDown Live? Because I heard American Alpha is sick.
Like nasty.
Wow. Like in a good way. In a great way. But to the point where I don't have anything bad to say about this. So you have Breezango, Charles. Boo and Raw and SmackDown Live compete. It doesn't matter who it is. Because our team shall overcome.
Why?
Do you really think because New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. In a great way. New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
I love our tag team captains. We're in good hands.
And SmackDown Live compete. It
The following contest is a six-man tag team match scheduled for what fall. Introducing first from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing 170 pounds, Rich Swann.
Speaking of feel good, I feel good every time I see Rich Swann.
Well, good, Byron. You should go home and go to bed. That would be great. We'd all feel better.
His tag team partner from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing 175 pounds, Lince Dorado.
High-flying luchador.
Six-man tag team match scheduled for what fall. Introducing first from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing 170 pounds, Rich Swann.
Speaking of feel good, I feel
Their tag team partner from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 205 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Pretty formidable tag team. Swann, Dorado, and Alexander. They're set for six-man tag team action in the always exciting Raw exclusive Cruiserweight division. It's live and it's next.
WWE 2K17 sponsors WWE on Sky.
Their tag team partner from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 205 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Pretty formidable tag team. Swann, Dorado, and Alexander. They're set for six-man tag team action in the always exciting Raw exclusive Cruiserweight division. It's live and it's next.
WWE 2K17 sponsors WWE on Sky.
Nice and steady, wins the race.
We're on a mission to help make Britain's roads safer. Using our free Aviva Drive app to measure how you drive, safer drivers could save an average of £150 on our car insurance. Visit aviva.co.uk to see if you could save.
Mrs. Granda, do you know about the wizarding community in America? We don't like to close.
Really? Fantastic beasts and where to find them.
Wins the race.
First there are sharp blades, then shielding lubrication, and then cooling.
Using our free Aviva
I got
Drive app to measure
goosebumps.
how you drive.
Gillette Pro Shield
Safer
Chill,
drivers could save
with
an average of
lubrication before and after the
£150 on our car
blades.
insurance.
Shields and
Visit
cools while you
aviva.co.uk
shave.
to see if you could save.
Pro Shield Chill from Gillette.
Mrs. Granda, do you know about the wizarding community in America? We don't like to close.
I can get you a deal on them. Just join our little club.
Join Gillette Club and start saving. First there are sharp blades, then shielding lubrication, and then
Here's a
cooling.
straightforward broadband offer to get your paws on. Enjoy half-price Sky
Gillette Pro
Broadband
Shield
Unlimited,
Chill.
plus Sky Talk
Lubrication
and
before
line
and
rental,
after the
all for one
blades.
price at
Shields
just
and cools
$22.40 a
while
month
you
for 12 months.
Pro
Saving you
Shield
over
Chill from
£180 when you switch from BT Unlimited broadband. Go fetch half-price Sky Broadband Unlimited, plus Sky Talk and line rental for just $22.40 a month for 12 months. Search Sky Broadband. Sky. Believe in better. Here's a
Available to buy and keep in Sky Store now.
Enjoy half-price Sky Broadband Unlimited, plus
Own it
Sky
now.
Talk
Look
and line
forward to
rental,
the
all
shop.
for one price. $22.40 a month for 12 months.
Fall back!
Saving you over £180 when you switch from BT Unlimited broadband. Go fetch half-price Sky Broadband Buy and keep Independence Day resurgence now. You get it straight to your TV, across your devices, and the DVD direct to your home. Buy and keep in Sky Store now.
Jamie, are you familiar with the Harry Potter books, or has Lou not got round to reading them to you? Really? Why? You like more advanced, like a bit of Tolstoy? I've seen Toy Story.
Brand new A League of Their Own, Thursdays at 9 on Sky One.
Independence Day resurgence now. You get it straight to your TV, across your devices, and the DVD direct to your home. Buy and keep in Sky Store now.
Oh, a bit of a draw. Jamie, are you familiar with that is flashed. Or has Lou not got round to reading?
My word, that is just frozen roast. Do we get that?
Really? Why?
Oh, no! As they say on the PGA Tour and the European Tour.
Thursdays at 9 on Sky One.
Can you do that again? Oh, yes. Oh, mate. Oh, no! As they say on the PGA Tour and the European Tour. What? Can you do that again?
This autumn, Valco has some exciting additions to its range.
Well, I like it.
As well as the old favourites. And it's always great value.
Any chance for 3 for 2?
Watch brand new Trolleyed as part of your comedy controlled diet. Starts next Monday at 9 on Sky One.
WWE 2K17 sponsors WWE on
Valco
Sky.
has some exciting additions to its range.
Well, I like it.
As well as the old favourites. And it's always great value.
Any chance for 3 for 2?
Watch brand new Trolleyed as part of your comedy controlled diet. Starts next Monday at 9 on Sky One.
WWE 2K17 sponsors WWE.
Back live on Monday Night Raw, 6-man cruiserweight action. Swan, Dorado, Alexander on one side, Nice, Gulak, and Daivari on the other. Traditional handshake to start the matchup. And Corey, you had the chance to call some 6-man cruiserweight action, part of the Hell in a Cell kickoff show last night.
Yeah, a lot of these same competitors were involved. Exciting, fast-paced action you can only see on Monday Night Raw.
Earlier tonight, the new cruiserweight champion, Brian Kendrick, retaining his title, being counted out in a matchup against T.J. Perkins.
I believe that's a reminder for all 6 of these competitors about how wide open this division is and the opportunity to become #1 contender.
Of course, you can't forget that one of these competitors, Rich Swann, actually holds a victory over
our crossbody by Dorado and a kick out.
Over our current new cruiserweight champion.
Rich Swann, that happened last week on Raw. Swann, such an entertainer. You see him dancing with Booker T, part of the kickoff show last night.
How jealous were you, Byron? Be honest.
I was a little bit. I wanted to show him how well I can do the Macarena.
One of these competitors, Rich Swann, actually holds a victory over our crossbody by Dorado.
And Rich Swann goes to work on Daivari.
Cruiserweight champion. Rich Swann. WWE Universe, the silence you just heard was my soul being crushed.
Dancing with Booker T, part of the kickoff. Tag made by Alexander. Cedric Alexander, who captured the hearts of many, participating in the Cruiserweight Classic this summer on the WWE Network.
Alexander, one of the most charismatic, dynamic competitors in the Cruiserweight division. I have a feeling there's a very, very bright future ahead.
Got a personal endorsement from Triple H, part of that Classic, as Drew Gulak comes in. And Corey, you're all about Drew.
I'm a big fan of Drew Gulak. Nothing pretty, but everything hurts. Just nasty.
That South Philly style. Is it an up air and a kick out?
Gulak says his inspirations include former WWE superstar Ken Shamrock and British wrestling legend Johnny Saint.
He'd fit right in with Broad Street Bullies. And Alexander, and Gulak goes flying.
I'm a big
Alexander with a drop kick right on the jaw, and Gulak makes his way out of the ring quickly. And here comes Tony Nese.
The premier.
An up air and a kick out.
Gulak says his inspirations include
WWE
what an superstar Ken Shamrock and British wrestling legend Johnny Saint.
And Daivari grabbing Alexander from behind. And that needs to take over. And Tony Nese, that rare package of speed and drop kick right on the jaw. And Gulak makes his way.
There with Nese. He said he moves like a cruiserweight, hits like a heavyweight. Cedric Alexander just found that out. Breaking down quickly on the outside of the ring.
I heard you. Grabbing Alexander from behind. Needs to take over. Now Nice sends Alexander back into the ring with speed. And Nice jumps the leg. Kick out by Alexander.
Contrast in styles. Cedric Alexander enjoys that high-paced style. Nice tries to slow it down and just grinds you down in the process.
And Nice can hang. Nice can step up the pace just as well as anybody in the division.
Yeah, Nice, one of those athletes who believe one day will be cruiserweight champion here. It's that opportunity.
I saw Tony Nice earlier today in catering, and I said to him, Tony, I just want to say how impressive you've been since you got here. Congratulations. And he looked at me and just said, I know. That just tells you what kind of guy he is.
Daivari, of course, his brother. He's had a stint here in WWE. Here's the cover, hook to the leg again, and a kick out at 2. By Alexander, who needs to make it to either Swan or Dorado. Suffering a tremendous amount of punishment.
Great tag team continuity here between the team of Nice, Gulak, and Daivari. Isolating Alexander.
We've seen Nice and Gulak work together in the past. Here's the cover, hook to the leg again, and a kick out at 2. By Alexander, who needs to make it to either Swan or Dorado. Got an edge to it. A tremendous amount of punishment. Alexander, what a kick!
Great tag team continuity here.
Now setting Daivari's head into the 3rd row.
Daivari desperately reaching, he's a little closer. We've got 2 options there, Cedric.
Here comes Gulak.
Yeah, Gulak, great job not allowing Alexander to make the tag, and a cheap shot to Dorado. And Alexander, back body drop, creates space. Tag to Nice. Here comes Swan. Now the pace is going to quicken. The effervescent Rich Swan.
You got 2 options there, Cedric.
Oh, man. Gulak, great kick right in the back of the neck. To make the tag and a cheap shot to Dorado.
Rich Swan quickly changing the complexion of this match.
And Nice, though. Body drop, creates. Wow. Here comes Swan. Splash! Cover! That rolling thunder splash almost allowed Swan to pick up the win. And now things are breaking down.
Say Alexander landing on their feet. Swan quickly changing the complexion of this match. And stand by for takeoff.
Wow! That's what the cruiserweight division's all about. High flying action.
Throw all caution to the wind.
Splash almost allowed Swan to pick up the win. Swan turns his attention to Tony Nice.
By Nice.
Roll through. Nice, I believe, looks like he had the tights, but a kick out at 2. Kippa, man,
what a response by Swan.
And a jackknife cover by Swan. Is it enough here? Got him.
Here are your winners, Cedric Alexander and Rich Swan.
Swan is so fun to watch.
Unbelievable. Nobody has a better time when they come to the ring than Rich Swan. He can get it done all night long. And Byron Saxton, you will never in your life be nearly as cool as Rich Swan.
Avoid the bucket list goal, but check out the high-flying ability. Lince Dorado, Cedric Alexander on target, taking out Gulak, taking out Daivari.
He can get it done all night long. Byron Saxton, you will never
Oh
in your
my
life be
goodness,
nearly as
what
cool
a
as
hit.
Rich Swan. Turn the premier athlete's lights out in a hurry.
Yeah, Tony Nice, can you handle this? Not tonight.
Cruiserweight division continues exclusively here on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after making history by winning the Raw Women's Championship in the first ever Women's Hell in a Cell match last night, the self-proclaimed Queen is here. Charlotte is live next on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after making history by winning the Raw Women's Championship in the first ever Women's Hell in a Cell match last night, the self-proclaimed Queen is here. Charlotte is live next on Monday Night Raw. History sponsored by WWE.
New Shaw Williams Racing Special Edition is activated directly by movement. So you're prepared for whatever happens next. New Shaw Special Edition keeps you fresh with every move. Sure, it won't let you down. Is activated directly by
Mrs. Randa,
movement.
do you know about the wizarding community in America? We don't let them
So you're prepared for whatever happens next.
Fantastic beasts and where to find them.
New Shaw Special Edition keeps you fresh
First
with every
steps.
move. Sure,
They're
it
important. That's why Experian are now offering the UK's most trusted credit score for free for everyone, forever. Because knowing your Experian credit score is a first step towards taking control of your financial future. Sign up for your free Experian credit score today for free.
Now Bill gets beat up.
Brochure promise.
Darkness falls in the nighttime on camouflage.
What strange speaks
On the line, ring that bell.
Faster than I've ever been. Queries, I'll handle it.
The action continues in Premiere, The Flash and Arrow on Sky One.
What strange speaks
Good work. We're nearly ready to unveil our new Sky Kids app. How's everything going? Hey, don't forget the kids will want to make it their own.
The action continues in
Are the shows in place and on demand?
It looks like we're ready.
Right, come on, gather round everyone for the big reveal. The new Sky Kids app, available for Sky TV customers at no extra cost. Download it now. Don't forget the guide. Believe in better.
Forget everything you think you know. You're not students anymore. You're X-Men.
Find X-Men Apocalypse in Sky Store now.
WWE 2K17 sponsors WWE on Sky.
Forget everything you think you know. You're not students anymore. You're X-Men.
X-Men Apocalypse in Sky Store.
And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to WrestleMania. For the second straight year, WrestleMania has been named one of the most valuable brands, beating NCAA college football playoffs and the Major League Baseball World Series. WrestleMania ranks alongside the Super Bowl, the Olympics, and the FIFA World Cup. Congratulations to the greatest spectacle in all of entertainment, WrestleMania. Welcome back to this Halloween edition of Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. And we kick off the night tonight with a confrontation in the ring between the advocate for Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Goldberg. Of entertainment, WrestleMania. Welcome back to this
Compared to the look of disappointment on your son's face at Survivor Series when you are beaten, victimized, and conquered by Brock. It doesn't compare to the look. I'm just an advocate. I'm just an advocate. I'm just buff like an advocate. Rusev Pudria. Rusev Machka. I see you shaking because you're scared. And that fear makes you weak. And you know what Rusev does to weak people? Rusev crush.
And Rusev with a right hand to Goldberg, and Goldberg, however, would not take that lion down. I like to say, Corey, vintage Goldberg.
Not lying down. How about a spine-shattering attack from Goldberg here, raining the knees, driving through the Bulgarian Brute. And here we go, talking about spine-shattering. It's been a long time since we've seen a jackhammer, and Rusev just felt one.
Yeah, but it didn't end there. Because from the jackhammer, well, we know what also is synonymous with Goldberg, and that is the spear. Emphatically delivered to the advocate, Paul Heyman. It didn't end there.
I hope the Advocate's okay.
Because from the jackhammer.
He was taken to a local medical facility after that spear.
You know what also is?
You gotta believe that message was sent loud and clear to the beast incarnate. It is icon versus icon. Fantasy warfare just got real because Goldberg will go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Loud and clear to the beast incarnate. It is icon versus icon. Fantasy warfare just got real because Goldberg will go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series.
All hail the Queen.
The Raw Women's Championship just looks so perfect in the hands of Charlotte.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new Raw Women's Champion, Charlotte.
It was an incredible match last night. Charlotte and Sasha, the first women in history to climb inside Hell in a Cell. Matchup almost didn't get started, Corey, after Charlotte attacked Sasha before the bell, before the Hell in a Cell was even surrounding the ring.
Yeah, but once the referee threatened to take Sasha's championship and deliver it via forfeit to Charlotte, the match continued, and what a match it was.
Charlotte continues an amazing streak of 13-0 in championship matches to start her career at pay-per-views. A record that has never been matched.
Championship, deliver it via forfeit to Charlotte. The match continued, and what a match it was.
Charlotte continues an amazing streak of 13-0 in championship matches to start her career
I single-handedly made history when I walked into the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match. And I walked out your three-time women's champion. Last night, single-handedly made history.
The biggest mistake of Sasha's career was getting off that stretcher. Sasha, I know you're watching. You grab that chain and you lift yourself up off that hospital bed because, honey, there's nothing wrong with losing. The biggest mistake you really did push me was getting off that stretcher. Sasha, I know you're watching.
Peasants, all hail your queen!
Grab that chain and you lift yourself up off that hospital bed.
Because Sasha, you're like every other woman in the WWE, playing second place.
You really did push me with getting my that stretcher.
Learn to love it, peasants. Peasants, all hail your queen.
Which brings me to
like
Survivor Series.
Woman in the WWE,
your queen will captain Team Raw to victory over Team SmackDown Live.
Peasants, all hail your queen.
Nikki Bella, I know you're the captain. Which brings me, and I'm giving you one warning. I put you on the shelf for a year. Team Raw to victory. You get in my way, and I will put you on the shelf forever. Nikki Bella, I know you're the captain.
Because I am the best in this business.
I put you on the
this
shelf
title
for
says
a
so.
year. Team Raw to victory.
Are you listening, champ? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Becky Lynch.
Forever. Nikki Bella.
You got that, Alexa Bliss?
You're the captain.
Because I am the best in this business. Capiche, Carmella? So, Foley said there was a potential for a weak link on my team. The huggable, the high-fiving Bayley.
Bayley, your captain would like to address you. Okay.
Trick-or-treating in the broad daylight today.
Unlimited Twizzlers. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, well, I don't really know why you called me out here, but I'm actually glad that you did, Charlotte. Last night,
Protege Dana, your opponent is actually
Let me tell you good things. I've got something right here for you. I've got something right here for you.
When it comes to insurance,
Champion Charlotte Dana Brooke, her protege, but congratulations, Charlotte, on becoming a 3-time champion and making history last night inside Hell in a Cell.
Thank you, Cole. Are you surprised?
Well, it was an honor to be able to call that matchup last night as we get underway with action with Bayley and Nia Jax. And Charlotte, here's my question for you. Why this bad blood between you and Bayley? I mean, you spent so much of your career as Bayley's friend coming up in NXT over the years.
I don't look at it as bad blood. I'm trying to smarten her up.
And smarten her up how?
This is Raw. This is the big leagues. This is not NXT. She's naive.
Would you two stop? This isn't the Inquisition of the Queen. Charlotte, I would just like to take this opportunity to say that Bayley doesn't speak for me. I personally could listen to you speak all night.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
Yeah, look at Bayley working on the left arm of Nia Jax, and the powerful Nia Jax trying to create some separation here, but Bayley Byron doing a great job.
Yeah, this is just, to your point here, Charlotte. Bayley has proven she's able to adjust to competition here on Raw, that she understands this isn't NXT anymore, and she has raised her game.
I think Bayley is great, but she has to be better.
Oh, and Nia missed with the attempted clothesline, and there's the quickness of Bayley, but now the power of Nia Jax and a shoulder breaker.
Two useless shoulders after that one.
Yeah, you see the right shoulder already taped up. Dana Brooke did damage to that a few weeks ago and continued last night, and now Nia with the shoulder breaker to the other side.
Well, watch this again, the strength and power of Nia Jax. Hey, last night we saw a really gutsy performance from Bayley with a bad shoulder, who was able to defeat your protege.
I just want to make sure my team doesn't have a weak link.
Oh, wow, what a peel by Nia Jax. Nia and Bayley.
And she's definitely not a weak link. Look at Nia's size. Yes.
Nia and Bayley, of course, have had a history with one another back at NXT, and Nia now going to annihilate
I mean, I got to say, there's a very real possibility, Charlotte, that the weakest link in your team could be downright broken after this match.
That's fair to say.
If Nia Jax were trick-or-treating at my door, I'd turn my porch light off.
And Bayley looking to fight back, and we talked a lot about the heart and guts of this young lady, Bayley.
It takes more than heart and guts. You saw Hell in a Cell last night.
Yeah, but you guys had heart and guts, Charlotte.
It takes more than that.
And look at Bayley trying to, and whipped into the corner by Nia.
Well, I think, to Michael's point, it's just that never say die attitude that Bayley has, that you're going to need when you're competing against SmackDown Live. You need someone in there who's not going to quit, who's not going to stop fighting.
Look, Saxton, I'm not.
Oh, bear hug.
Listen, Charlotte, Saxton exists in the same imaginary world that Bayley does, where everything is happy and everyone gets what they want out of life, and it's like a fairy tale.
I mean, you see what he's wearing?
Yeah,
I don't know who looks more ridiculous, Bayley or Saxton. What are you wearing?
They're called Little Sax Jimmys.
You should be embarrassed. You should absolutely be mortified with yourself, Saxton. We've got the Raw Women's Champion at the table. You're wearing footy pajamas, and you can't even formulate a reasonable fight.
And meanwhile, Nia Jax is looking to take out Bayley here, but Bayley fighting back. Elbows to the side of the head of Nia.
Ragdolling Bayley, and to your point, Charlotte, look, it gives us a huge advantage here on Raw to have Nia Jax on our team.
Yeah, but I also think having Bayley on the team is good as well. Look at Bayley! Bayley trying to take out Nia!
Bayley looking for the guillotine.
And Nia driving Bayley into the corner. I know if I was captain, I'd want the heart and guts of someone like Bayley, who again goes in the guillotine on Nia Jax. Looking to take out the Nia Jax here.
No, look at the power.
And Bayley lands on her feet. Hit right to the hamstring and the back of the leg now.
I'm talking about Bayley's always looking for an opening, always looking for some way to turn the match around.
Drop kick, Nia stunned. Bayley with another drop kick. Not having much effect on Nia, but perhaps this one will. Nia down to one knee.
Here we go, Bayley.
Bayley for a huge victory here. The running bulldog.
Oh, come on, Charlotte, you got to be impressed.
Yes.
And Bayley again, shoulder to Nia Jax.
Byron, going forward, if you have anything you'd like to say to Charlotte, please relay it to me.
No! I think Nia just did her target.
Yeah, look what you just caught. You jinxed her. You just jinxed Bayley.
That was your fault, Byron. I highly doubt that, but okay.
And Nia with a, looked like she was going for the leg drop, but not there.
Nia is not finished.
I think she wants to punish Bayley some more.
Oh, no.
And Bayley quickly back to her feet. And Bayley, and Nia looking for the belly to belly for the ropes, but a headbutt by Nia, and then dumping Bayley over the top rope, and she may have hurt her leg.
Bayley came down rough on the right knee. It was a long fall from the top rope to the floor.
She'll need tape on her knee now.
And Nia Jax on the prowl.
Dangerous situation here. Oh, my goodness. And Nia smells blood. Nia Jax just so impressive. Tremendous athlete.
You guys have been waxing poetic about the heart and soul of Bayley, but when you've got someone with raw power and dominating machine like Nia Jax on your team, you don't need to worry about heart and soul.
And just like that, Nia takes out a game, Bayley.
Here is your winner, Nia Jax.
I mean, she really gave it her heart and soul.
Bayley did. Very, very sarcastic of you to say that. God,
what? Don't look at me like that.
Byron, is there any way you could just relocate to, I don't know, the next state over and let Charlotte sit here at ringside?
I don't know if the next state would let him in that outfit.
Of Nia Jax, a tremendous feel to Bayley sending her halfway across the ring.
Terrifying power. Charlotte, you've got to be excited to have this power on your team come Survivor Series.
I am.
Well, SmackDown Live better be watching this carefully. Who on SmackDown Live is going to match up with the likes of Nia Jax?
Unless they find a wrecking ball like Nia Jax, I think you could always put this one in the books already.
Yeah, Nia Jax will definitely run through anything and anyone with a heartbeat.
Well, we talked about Charlotte's success inside Hell in a Cell last night. But the first of the 3 main events inside Hell in a Cell were for the United States Championship between Rusev and Roman Reigns. And guys, this match lived up to its billing. And both men would use the structure known as Hell in a Cell.
Use it. I think there were several points during the match where we thought Reigns and Rusev might actually destroy the cell structure itself. Unbelievable physicality from both superstars just to be called United States champions.
Yeah, the steel steps should come into play throughout the rivalry. And look at this, the accolade with the chain, but somehow Roman Reigns would power out.
Yeah, that fighting spirit of Roman Reigns delivering a Samoan drop on those steel steps. And how about this? This Samoan drop, a massive spear off the steel steps onto Rusev.
Yeah, a spear that would allow Roman Reigns to retain his United States Championship inside Hell in a Cell.
Well, less than 24 hours removed from that grueling battle, the United States Champion will be in action tonight against the best friend of the WWE Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. Of course, I'm talking about Chris Jericho, one-on-one tonight.
Well, I guess you can call them our most dysfunctional tag team here on Raw. After competing in a battle royal, Cesaro and Sheamus have got to coexist as a tag team. Next, live on Raw.
WWE 2K17 sponsors WWE on Sky.
Sheamus isn't going to like this interruption.
Another entrance bomb.
After what happened earlier on tonight. Yeah, they are teammates.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, the team of Sheamus and Cesaro.
But these teammates were part of the Battle Royal earlier on tonight to determine who's going to be on the Raw team for Survivor Series. And, well, this is what happened. First, a handshake as they were working together. Sheamus guys looked to eliminate Cesaro, but Cesaro eliminated his partner.
Hey, it was every man for himself. Cesaro and Sheamus are tag team partners second, but competitors first. Unfortunately for Cesaro, he took his eyes off the abominable Strowman.
Yeah, the man who would go on to win the Battle Royal, Braun Strowman, and then the argument would continue outside the ring. But the one thing we have learned about Cesaro and Sheamus, when the bell rings, they've been functioning very well as a tag team. Remember, they beat the tag team champions last night, the New Day, at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view event via disqualification. So the New Day retain the titles.
Mick Foley, you can change the face of tag team wrestling.
Well, if somehow, some way, Sheamus and Cesaro's team can become greater than the sum of its parts, that would be impressive. That would be almost unstoppable.
Always trying to one-up one another. Sheamus looked very upset that the WWE fans were chanting for the swing. Ooh. Epico paid for it, knocked off the apron. Primo, though, with a drop kick.
You know who doesn't have tag team continuity problems? Primo and Epico. You know why? Because they're cousins, they're Puerto Rican. And have you guys ever smelled a hibiscus flower? It's amazing. It puts you in a good mood instantly. I could almost stand to be next to Byron for more than 3 hours if I had a bouquet.
That's not nice. I do know that they've tried to pawn fake watches off on Golden Truth and Mark Henry.
Tell you what, Primo and Epico told me there was going to be a blizzard outside. I'd